Welcome back to a new video. So this one is like the last one where I just put two workouts together since the Friday session was really short. And honestly, the Sunday one, or Saturday one, I should say, was pretty short as well. The goal on Friday was just to do something. I knew there was a chance that I'd want to go heavy on Saturday, so I didn't want to do anything too insane. So I tried to do some power snatches, and I got up to a 105 attempt and missed the power, but did a full. So honestly, was happy with that. Like, I didn't feel super fast when I was pulling it, but it's nice to miss powers and do a full rep, and it feel pretty good. Like, it didn't feel super easy or anything, but it didn't feel bad, and I felt like I caught it in a pretty good position. So I was happy with how snatches went in that regard. There was the 105 there, and then I moved on to doing some push presses. And at this point, I knew like I wanted to be done with training, not in the sense that like I didn't have the energy, but I didn't want to be out there until 11 o'clock at night. And that's something that I'm trying to get a little bit better at during the work week, that even if like I'm really lazy and I don't go out till 7 o'clock, that I need to be done at 8 o'clock. And it's not really so much that like it's against the law for me to work out longer or later than 8 o'clock or whatever, but I just don't want to develop that habit of, all right, I'm just gonna take my time and mosey around and get out there at 7, then be done at 9, and then not have time to do anything else before I go to bed. The goal for the work week is to get out there, train as much as I want or whatever, but then have enough time after to eat early enough to where I'm not super full of food when I go to bed, because I think that's something that will help with sleep. But to also have time to edit these videos and do different things, like just general stuff, and just get training done in a more efficient manner. So that's something that, as I get more into the school year and develop the stamina of teaching all day, should get a little bit better. But it's definitely something that is a focus. The session that you're seeing here where I'm at the gym is the Saturday session. I worked up on doubles on the snatch. I actually got up to 115, which is a really good double for me, and it honestly didn't feel too bad. I did miss 110 the first time I attempted it, but then came back and was able to double it. And then same with 115, but the 115 miss, honestly, was just a pretty good rep. Like, I missed it behind and just drifted behind, but I caught it. Everything about it was good. It was just slightly behind, so it just drifted behind. But then the double I was really happy with. And the second rep on the double was pretty difficult, but it was, it was the heaviest I've done in a double in a little while, and it just is more evidence that the shoulder is continuing to feel better, and all the reps building up to are feeling really good. And what's also interesting is my quad tendon on the left side has been feeling really good. I don't really know why. It like, I've been training pretty normally. The only thing I could think of is that the pulls helped. So that's something that I should keep in mind, because I've done more pulls this week than other weeks, especially doing the RDLs, the rows, which aren't directly from the hamstrings, but not like they're passive on it, and then the heavy deadlifts. So I almost feel like doing those pulls or RDLs or any sort of motion like that was working my hamstrings a little bit and maybe helped things align a little bit better. One of those things, like, I'm not sure, but I know that pulls are probably good for me, just in general, to do. And if I'm built really well for pulls, it probably does kind of align my body perhaps a little bit better. I do know in the past when I have gotten away from doing pulls because my deadlift or whatever is so strong, I'm like, I just don't need to do these that much. I did have, it was a while ago, but I had some like hip issues or like some hip discomfort. And then when I started adding the pulls in, I was like, all right, the pulls are good for the hips, pulls are good for the back, obviously for the back and all of that, but because I can do them so heavy and so much volume with them, I feel like there's just a general benefit to me doing them. It's kind of like if you're really good at squatting, like, there's diminishing rates of return. Like, if I was maxing out my snatch, grip, deadlift, whenever I did them, like, yeah, it's not beneficial, but you'll see here at the end of this session, once I get to 150 or 130, in the snatch pull, like, I just do a set of 10, and I could basically do a set of 10 in the snatch pull at whatever weight, like 130, 140 almost every single day. Not really that difficult to do really high rep sets. So maybe I should do them more, honestly. Like, maybe that would actually be good to do, since I can, and it will limit me on the maximal weight that I'm able to do, and I'll have faster pulls since I just have that ability to do really high reps like that and just tons of volume in the pull. So something for me to consider. But I thought about doing other stuff in this session, but once I got to finish snatching, and I was like, you know what, I just want to have a session where I'm just focused on the snatch, and then the session tomorrow can be more focused on getting some clean and jerk work in and some squats. maybe more pulls. I don't honestly just do another set of 10 snatch pulls, but we'll see when I get to there. But probably some light muscle snatches, maybe power snatches, and then focus on getting some clean jerk, either just regular clean jerks or clean front squat jerk, or something in that regard. Going harder in that movement, and then some probably ideally I would like to do front squats again, especially since I had that really positive session earlier in the week. I kind of want to build upon that and do more. But we're gonna see. I just kind of have to play it by feel. Maybe they will feel really uncomfortable, and I'll just want to do back squats. I'm not really set on doing one or the other, but my preference would be to do some front squats, 'cause I think that would be good to kind of continue that momentum with it. But yeah, I think overall it's been a productive week. I would like to get to my sessions at home, particularly, but really if I'm at the gym, in any situation, I would like to get my sessions done a little bit earlier in the day. And it's not really because like I don't want to train or anything like that. Like if I could train for 4 hours every day and just kind of hang out in the gym, like that's just what I would do. I kind of just like the process and don't mind training forever. But during the work week, I want to kind of get in and out a little bit faster, which means starting a little bit earlier so that I have, more total time that I can train. So I can eat food after a lot earlier before I go to bed. Because obviously the issue if I, train from 7 to 8 or to 9 or whatever, and then I eat a big meal, which usually dinner's my biggest meal, then that's all going to be sitting in my stomach and probably is going to impact sleep. And that's probably something that's honestly happened in the past a lot because I would always eat quite late at night. So it's something I want to get a little bit better at. And that kind of starts with getting training done a little bit earlier. Now, on an ideal day, in theory, I could probably start to train around 5 o'clock. Now, most of the time I train around 6 o'clock at the earliest. And this Friday session, it's not as important for me to, get out there earlier. And I ended up waiting until like 7. And I just didn't really have a ton that I wanted to do. I didn't really have a ton of energy just because I was just tired from school all week and whatnot. So, but for like normal days and normal training, I want to make sure that I'm getting better. And I think as I build the stamina of, teaching all day and then coming to train, that'll get better. That's always something that's a little bit slower at the beginning of the year just because I'm increasing my activity tremendously when I am teaching. And so just dealing with that and still wanting to obviously train. But productive 2 days and really honestly a productive week so far. And hopefully I can, end the week on a positive note with that. But, you just have to make adjustments when the school year starts in my case. And it's just what it is. But, my shoulder's feeling better. My mobility's feeling good in the shoulders in general. And just my quad tendon is feeling better. So like there's things that are really improving and I just have to be patient with it because I think things are they have been moving in the right direction for a while, but I think things are starting to pick up in a positive way now as far as training goes. And so hopefully I can continue that momentum, push the front squat, push the lifts and all that good stuff and just kind of just keep building. And there's not really like particular numbers I'm trying to hit now. I just kind of want to get good at all the different things that I'm trying to do and just try to build. But that's it for this one. I'll talk to you on the next one, and I hope you all have a good day. Peace.